Welcome to Resident Evil, specifically the one that I played growing up. Not on the GameCube, of course, but on PS4 and 5. No matter what, it always shows those little things when you start. But now I'm on PC. I'm on GOG. Not the launcher, of course, because the launcher is terrible. And I've got an actual Xbox controller because that's what worked with it. But that D-pad is super clicky. But anyway, this is the remake, the GameCube remake of Resident Evil, which only came out 6 years after the original. And it was made by the same team as the original, as far as I know at least. And they made it like the way that they wanted to, the way that they originally had envisioned, or at least that's what they said when they made it and made all the interviews, which that might just be marketing speak, but who knows. Either way, this game is a good game. It's a very good game, and we're gonna get into it.
Evil.
One thing that's odd is that they made it well, let's get into this stuff first. You can make it wide, or you can make it original, meaning you can make it like widescreen or box screen. Box screen actually has everything on screen at once, while wide does not have everything on screen at once, so you miss out on some details if you go widescreen. And then controls, I'm doing original. I'm doing those tank controls because that's what feels better right now. And look, subtitles. They actually have subtitles this time around. Thank goodness. Now, something that's odd is that they made this game easier. However, they give you a lot more difficulty selections. And by the time you beat the game, you can play on hard mode, because this is not hard mode. It says, I like climbing a mountain, I like going on a hike, and I like taking a walk. So you would assume that this is like, oh, it's hard, normal, and easy. But no, it's super easy, and normal. So that's odd. But anyway, we're going normal. And we're not going with Chris this time. Instead, we're going with Jill. But look at these costumes. It's the Resident Evil 5 version, which I've seen a little bit of, and it looks very goofy in-game. And you also have Resident Evil 5 Jill, which you don't actually see in that game because she wears a very different outfit. But anyway, this version came out in like 2014, the console version of the like PS4, Xbox One version. But anyway, we're Jill because I like playing as Jill more. She has more fun guns.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare. Chris, this way! Damn it! Make for that mansion!
Enter the survival horror.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
Alright. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
One thing that is immediately different is how nice it looks in 60 frames per second. Which is just not a thing on the console version, as far as I know. Ah yes, the dining room. But yeah, the game just looks incredible. The game looks incredibly nice on this version, being all smooth and such. They've moved the typewriter into this room, and as Jill, I have to get ink ribbons, so that's different. But yeah, this came out in 2002 by the original team, and as far as I'm aware, they wanted to remake 2 and 3, but this one didn't sell well. Probably because they had already re-released the game like 3 different times on PS1, so everyone had already played it already.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Thankfully, there are little changes in the dialogue that make it better. However, Jill's sandwich is not in this version, and that is a crime that is stupidly sinful and cannot be forgiven. But anyway. I like just how much like the original game this is, but also just the little subtle differences. But as we'll see, there are major differences.
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
3 magnum shots for 1 zombie. I say that's a lie.
What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
But yeah, they give you a lot more difficulty options in this version of the game. Like, after you beat it, you can do hard mode, and then after hard mode you can do invisible enemies mode. And then you can also do this mode where every item box in the game is its own item box, and has its own inventory. As in, they're like separate. So whatever items you put in one item box, they don't get shared between them. So yeah, in some ways they made it easier, but in some ways they made it much harder, if you're willing to get to that point in the game.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
It appears that scoundrel Wesker has left us behind yet again. Oh boy. Time to look at this nothing that's beneath the stairs. Oh wait, there is something. It's a massive, huge door. Better finish searching the hall. And look, I can go upstairs without pushing the go upstairs button. Yay! That's something that's tough to get used to in Code Veronica, is every time you want to go upstairs, you have to push the stairs button, the go upstairs button.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
As the master of unlocking, how dare you not say the phrase, you simpleton?
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
But hey, these are just more reasons for why you should play both versions of the game, and not just the original, and not just the remake. These little ways that the different ones are better than the other, or just different from the other. There's the map in the statue. So climb that thing, climb down, and then turn around, push that thing. And don't forget to push this thing back. But yeah, this has the same design stuff as the original game. Design stuff being that, oh, it's like images, CGI images that they imported into the game and then put in-game objects around it. So therefore you're allowed to put more of your processing power towards just the character models and different little objects in the game. Which is why this GameCube game still looks great. And would you look at that? Now we can see if we've missed an item or not in all of these rooms. And it looks like we've missed one in all of these rooms. So isn't that fantastical? And then you push this thing all the way back. And maybe a little bit in front of the door too. Just to make sure the zombie doesn't get us. And in this version of the game, this is a secret door. This painting is. And that's where you get your costumes, behind that door. Because as you see on the map, there's a room there. And emergency item. So in this game, there's emergency items that you use whenever a zombie attacks you. In order to get away from them by just using that one item instead of getting bitten. So in that way it's easier, but again, there's more game modes that make it harder. How will I evade you? Not like that. Come on. Okay. I'm a little bitten. Caution. So that's bad, but not entirely bad. So I could I go this way? It looks like it's locked. It's locked. How about that? So it looks like we have to go leftwise. Which is pretty normal. At least for this remake. As you can see, there are fewer places we can go than in the original. And there are fewer lockpickable doors, I think, maybe. Or at least the lockpickable doors are different than in the original. Because this time around they want us to use actual keys that are dotted around, and not just lockpicks everywhere. Or whatever I'm saying. But anyway, it's the film that belonged to Kenneth. I need a video player to see what's recorded on it. And we'll only see the video player like 90% through the game, 95%. It's in the lab. So you're not gonna see what's on there for a long time. But anyway, ammo. Yay. Ammo for my gun. And shooting things works differently. It controls differently in this version than the last version. Hello, where's the thing? There's a corpse collapsed on the floor like it was an instant death. What happened in this mansion? Who knows? I'm gonna take one of these. Just because I know that there's a lot of them. Oh. I needed 2 of them, it seems. I guess I was like in red caution, but now I'm gonna be in normal caution. Or rather, I am in normal caution, but now I'm normal fine. All these different health statuses. But yeah, this part of the hall is different. It wasn't here in the original. Originally, there was just the zombie there. But now we have this place. With all this atmosphere. So what happened when I had originally played the game, I got it on like PS Plus 1 year, but now I'm gonna stop doing PS Plus because of recent events. I'm not doing all digital games. I'm gonna stick to strictly physical from now on. But anyway, either physical or Steam or GOG. Helmet door, how about that? How strange. And there's all these armor things, and these things in the ground for them to travel along. And look, there's a key. May whoever takes this emblem find peace in death. Oh look, it's a key. Yay. But oh no. The walls are closing in. And so is the death. So what had happened... Hold on, let me look at this. It's armor key, yay! And then let me use it. Put it back to stop the noise. But what happened... Oh, that's a neat little detail, all the little glass on the floor. It's shoved just so much that it would come to the point where these walls go to. The glasses. But anyway, what happened in my first time playing the game is I got to this point, I took the key, couldn't figure out how to get it back in there, and then I died. And then I stopped playing for a bit. But then I was like, man, that game sure was compelling. I'm gonna go back to it. And then I've loved the game ever since. And then I played 4, and I loved that, and then I played 7, and at the time I loved that. At the time. That's not the button. Come on now. Yep. But yeah, at the time I loved 7. To the point that I platinumed it. But I'm not so much in love anymore. Not since 8 and 9. Kinda killed all my love for the modern games. Except for the 2 and 4 remake. Those games are awesome. But anyway, look, we have a reload button. Yay! You don't just have to go in the inventory in this version. But yeah, we can examine items. That's what this tutorial is. This arrow was not in the original. Arrowhead. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as a poor man's emerald. What's neat about this is that it's actually transparent. But anyway, we'll use that shortly. There should be enough ammo for me to deal with pretty much every zombie without too much worry. Oh no, there's zombie in here. Zombie singular. But yeah, the defensive items don't take up any space. Where are you? Walk on screen. I know you're there. Somewhere over there. Sometimes you'll get a headshot, and that will instantly kill the zombie. And by headshot I mean like head explosion. Might as well push this statue over. For that lion. I think that's some shotgun ammo that the jewel gets us. But right now, what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to realize on the map that there's a door over here. You know, like in Resident Evil 9. Except here it's a bit more subtle. It's more woven into a painting, but you can definitely tell that it's a door. And it doesn't actually tell you to go there, to go here. Like 9 would. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. So apparently there's a few ways to exploit the zombies in this game. One of them being that they just cannot grab you when you're on stairs. Or at least when they're on stairs. A tomb engraved with the picture of an angel. There's an indentation in the shape of an arrowhead. I wonder what that could mean. Yeah, when I first played this game, I was not used to using items in this way at all in games. There was a huge learning curve, you could say. But once you learn the curve, then you curve the learn. Or something like that. But look, there's faces over here. A stone statue with a hole where its eyes should be, and so on and so forth, for eyes, nose, and mouth. Little fires. And a little book. Fitted perfectly in the indentation, so how do you get it out of there? I don't know, but she just does. 'Cause she's a cool girl. She is in charge. Oh look, a key at the back. The book is called Next World. Zoom in. Writing of the Next World. Okay. Remove the key. Yay! But what's the book about? Book of Curses. I like how just evil it is. The 4 masks. A mask that speaks no evil, smells no evil, sees no evil, and a mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all 4 fall into place, evil will awaken. So get the 4 masks and put them all here. In the original you got the 4 crests, but here you get the 4 masks. In order to awaken whatever could be sleeping there. As you saw, there was a coffin hanging around. There's a zombie over there hiding some shotgun shells. So we'll get that later, when we get the shotgun. I like the little bugs flying around the lamp there. It's just the little details, the little ones. But what key do we have? What could it be? So, examine. It's the sword key. So I'm gonna try to use this on all the doors that I can possibly use it on, which should be... For some reason we're on the second floor, but those two rooms should not be accessed, the ones in the top left, but the one below them should be able to be accessed. And then one of the rooms, some of the rooms down here, maybe I've got to refresh my memory. This door? Yes. This door, no. Armor. I want to use it on all the doors that I can possibly use it on, because then the key will disappear. Because I don't need it anymore. Can't skip these animations in this version of the game. I know that there's one place to use it over in the starting hallway.
Barry,
The hallway towards
Oh,
the...
Jill.
Oh, what?
Got any good news?
other than I'm still alive in this madhouse?
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
All right then, let's split up again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things.
Mellow
yours.
yellow.
Hopefully you won't have to use it.
Ah, acid shells.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see. Thanks, I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
I have no idea why he gave me the shells here, or how I activated that cutscene. But alright. So there should be the door to the kitchen. Should be able to be opened at this point. With the sword key. I don't think we can get into the piano room yet. But I will give it a try. I think it requires the armor key. Or is it armor? Ooh, hello there. He did, he did. Just checking. If you aim away, and then aim, or rather if you look away and then aim, then she will aim towards the closest living zombie, whether they be on the ground or not. Nice sounds you have there. Is there an item over here? No. Little knife over here, though. There should be some ammo somewhere over here, as far as I remember. Maybe not. Maybe that's on easy mode. Shows what I know about normal mode. Zombie? Yes, but on the floor. So that should be it. Until the encounter right here. Interesting, showing a first-person shot. Teleports backwards just for the interesting shot. Yeah, running a little low on ammo, so I'm gonna go around. Going around town. Must evade intelligently. That fellow on the floor worries me. I love the atmosphere in this game. The subtle echoing of your footsteps in this huge room. And then the change to carpeted floor. The lightning outside that only strikes every now and then. No further use for this key. That's what I'm talking about. Now to find our first save room. I think we can lockpick this door. Yep. But there's not much out there right now, at least. What? How did that not hit you? Some of these zombies are resilient. Rezombilient, you could say. Not gonna deal with you right now. Unless you make me. Such a nice sound. I like that there's already supplies in here. It's kind of like she's used item boxes before at like the police station or whatever. But anyway. I should maybe keep the knife on me for a little bit, just to make sure I have another option. And then let's save. Those sounds played a lot faster than they normally do. Probably because they're meant to play at like the speed that it actually saves onto your console, but I'm using an SSD in my computer. So I guess it played the sound a lot faster because of that. Zombie in the hall, no zombie in the hall. Well, fine then. I'll just take my stuff and leave. Now we don't need the broken shotgun. Oh look, a battery. Okay, look at the battery. That is for a stun gun that you can use to evade. But there's the broken shotgun. We don't need it. There's a fuel canister. Oh, ink ribbons. Anything else? No. I believe we can open this other hall up. Either that or we need the armor key. Arm hour. We need arm hour. Where's our arm hour? Gotta put up these ink ribbons because who knows how much space I'll need. Don't run into that zombie. I could unlock that door at the end of the hall, but he is guarding it. So I will come back with more firepower. More power behind my fire. Look at this nice outdoorsy section. Can't do anything here yet, but we will. Oh, indeed we will. So now we just have this hall to explore over here. Which probably has some zombies in it. This is probably not the safest way to go. And if I do go this way, then I would have to use that one door that breaks eventually. So I've got to think smarterly about it. That's interesting. The stairs at the sides even echo. So they thought about that. Stinking intelligent game designers. Thinking about all the little details. Now the zombie dogs do still jump out at you in this hallway. But luckily we can still just run along. Oh, I guess they're not jumping out yet. Giving me some time to get my supplies together, are you? Thank you, zombie dog. You know, there's a real discussion to be had about realistic animations in games. And what kinds of games should have realistic animations, and how much it takes away from a game to have a realistic animation versus just having the item instantly appear in your inventory. Like how she always bends down to pick up an item in this game. What if it just went straight to your inventory screen instead? Or what if it just went straight into your inventory? Kerosene is here because if you burn the bodies, then they will stay dead permanently. They won't get back up. But then you have to carry a flask and the lighter with you. Oh look, water. Pretty nice water physics. It's probably an animation, a pre-made animation. But hey, it still looks plenty nice. Oh no! Stomp him, stomp him! That's so funny. And look, another defensive item, yay! But I just noticed something. This room is filled with reflective walls everywhere, but the walls do not reflect you at all. So that's one little oversight. One little bitty oversight. And now we never have to go in that bathroom again. That was all we could gain from there, as far as I know. And now let's get that shotgun. Nice paintings. Such nice artwork everywhere. How much money would it take to actually build this mansion? More defensive items? There's quite a lot of defensive items, now that I'm seeing it. 5 knives. But I guess each one is just one getaway, free card. 3 ink ribbons, and then shotgun. And that should be everything from this room. Not that one, that one. Equip. Oh ho ho. So the aim up strategy still works in this game, just so you know. Aim up at those zombies. And you will have immense satisfaction. Satisfaction. Satisfiability. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, Jill's outfit, instead of being blue, is gray in this version. But thankfully, because it's on PC, you can get mods for that. You can make it blue again. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Okay, that's not the way that's supposed to play out. Give me the shotgun again. Where is Barry? Oh no, I'm about to die. Barry better help me out. What? Okay, Barry is supposed to help you out there, but I don't know why he isn't here. That's not this way. I guess what happened was, I guess Barry helped me out with getting the shotgun, or rather getting the grenade launcher shells. So I guess he won't help me out with the shotgun. And I don't even know why one happens and one doesn't happen. But yeah, anyway, he just doesn't say Jill Sandwich in this version. And that's a stinky stinker right there. Or Master of Unlocking. Those are both omitted. But yeah, I guess I've got to get the shotgun myself. If only I knew all these intricacies earlier. Hello there. So yeah, as far as I know, zombies just cannot actually attack you while on the stairs. Except to vomit, I suppose. Oh yeah, but they do collapse, and you can use the head stomp on them. Wow. They do a lot of damage on normal mode. I guess I shouldn't play around. There's the canister right there for burning bodies. Better go get the one thing. I never burn bodies. I usually just shotgun them to death. But now I've gotta run and get the thingy. Yeah, there's you. Take knife. Still alive, I see that you're alive. I felt in my heart that he was alive, and I was correct. Now, I'm definitely sure that you cannot get the knife back once you stabify them. Thankfully, zombies are slow and evadable in larger hallways. This room shouldn't have any zombies at all. Ammo, ammo, nice ammo. I will take the ammo and I will use it. I like reloading, especially when they have really good animations. Dog whistle and a crumpled note. Or rather, memo. Today, Sir Spencer told me to hide something where no one could find it. Well, I had this idea. I figured if I could somehow have it protected by a dangerous animal, like a vicious canine that lives here, no one would be able to get near it. As far as I can tell, the mutt is always hanging around the second floor balcony on the west side of the terrace, and he ought to come running at the sound of a dog whistle. Who knows why he's hanging around the second floor balcony, but I guess he is. That's the way that the dog is. This is where you come in. The thing is, I reckon you're the only person that can get near that dog without risking a serious mauling, which means only you can put this collar on him. The object that Sir Spencer once hidden is concealed inside. So as far as I know, the Spencer stuff came into being with Code Veronica. As far as I know, maybe it was in like 2 or 3, but I don't think it was in 1, the original one. So yeah, this is Code Veronica stuff, the stuff with Spencer and all that, the Spencer Mansion. You're the only person I can trust with this. Of course, you'll get something out of it as well. Remember that certain item that you've always wanted to get a hold of? Get hold of. Always wanted to get hold of. Yeah, okay. Well, in exchange for your services, I just might be able to get it for you. This could work out well for the both of us. John Tolman. A completely unimportant character who never comes up again, as far as I know. But look, there's books. Just like in the original. Books on various peoples of Earth. Alright, cool. And there's the... okay. Journal. Okay, but the lighter, yay, the lighter. I can now light things. And there should be a board in this other hallway. The danger hallway, the deadly danger hallway. Should be able to kill the zombie now that I have ammo. Oh yeah! That was awesome. But anyway, we can use this board with the fireplace over here in order to get the second floor map. Kinda like in the original, but I think a little bit different in just how it's presented. I don't think you needed the board in the original, but you could still get the map by putting this thing on fire. Yay! Fire! And then up there we can put the board. Because there's an indentation of the second floor map up there. Then you take the board, and there's your map. Ta-da! So the room next to us is where you fight the snake. And then there's locked doors everywhere, as you can see. But we're about to get the armor key right after we get the shotgun. And then that will open up a lot more of the mansion. It's so nice that this game is so structured, or rather it's so neat that it's so structured and yet so loose with how it allows you to go around to different places. I could probably burn a few bodies if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm not going to. Put that in there. This will be useful later. And then knife I can put in there. I am more confident now. And dog whistle we will use soonly. We can save, because we've done a bit more stuff, gotten a bit more stuff. That is really strange how quickly that plays, that sound. That is not supposed to play that quickly. It's supposed to be more like instead of But anyway, yeah, this door over here, when you go up to it, it says that it's about to break. Ready to fall apart. You can go through it like twice before it falls apart. And then you can go in from the other side, but just not this side. So you've got to plan your routes a little more carefully through this game than in the original. So there's a way that's more difficult. Hello, there you are. Don't come near me. I like how when she's backing up, it looks different when you're closer to a zombie than when you're further away from one. Dead. The deader the better. So that's a door that we can't go in yet. But yeah. That balcony that we were on that didn't exist in the original is where we get the armor key. But there's a little, you could say, mini boss fight. Not really a boss fight, more like a mini boss fight. In order to get the key. But first we need that shotgun. That broken shotgun. We don't need it, but it's better to have it. We can kill things easier with it. Okay. There's a new zombie in that hall, I think. I did not mean to go in this door. I think there's a new zombie in here. No? No? I guess there's not. It was just the one upstairs groaning. What a monstrous noise. And then I suppose we'll go back through the dog hallway. To get the shotgun. So that the knob doesn't fall off. You know, there's a certain context where that would be much funnier. His knob's fallen off. Something about playing these games with the D-pad feels right. I don't know, you can play with the joystick if you want to, and you automatically run when you're holding the joystick. But something just feels right about how it controls this way. Feels nice. Feels preciser, I suppose. Nothing's in that painting room, by the way. That little side painting room. It's just the zombie. And a defensive item. Which you're supposed to use on the zombie. But if you're smarter, then you can get around using it. Sometimes, when you come out of a door like that, it just looks like a CGI cutscene is about to play, but no, it's just the in-game graphics. Did I get the shotgun? Now I'm forgetting if I got it. Thank goodness. I actually did get it. But yeah, take that. Use that. Ta-da. And now we're not broke anymore. We've got some good stuff lined up for us. So now we go back to the main hall, and then outside, and then kill that one zombie guarding that shotgun ammo, which if we're lucky, will only take one shot. Just gotta aim high. There was a point when I didn't really understand why everyone loved shotguns in games, but then I played this game, and I played 4, and I played 7, and I was like, oh, I like shotguns, I like shotguns. And then I played like a Doom 4 and Half-Life 2 around the same time, around the same few years. And then I'm like, oh yeah, shotguns. Shotguns are the best around. There's just something so satisfying about how explosive they are, how much damage they do, even when they're not the best guns in the game. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Shotgun shells. Always loads 2, no matter how many you've used. But now we have 11 shotguns. 11 marvelous shotguns to shoot. And I will shoot them all. But yeah, we're about to get the armor key, and then we can get the bazooka. Or rather, the grenade launcher, to give it its more formal name. So balcony, and then we use the dog whistle. And guess what? It's dogs. It's dogs! Oh no! Gets back up. Okay, I tried to shoot it. And that should be it for the puppies. But look, it's a collar that's floating in midair. I never noticed that before. But yeah, we examine the collar because, of course. Gotta examine everything. And oh, is that a little coin? It is not a coin. It is in fact arm hour. It changed into the shape of a key. Imitation of a key. You could have also said fake key, but okay. Can I reload from here? Yes, I can. That's nice. That's very nice that they kept that functionality. Just in case you don't want to reload on the spot. Don't need that whistle anymore. So now, we go back into the chamber that tried to kill us, and we can actually get the armor key now out of that chamber, because we have the fake key to put in its place. You see, the game doesn't tell you everything. It lets you find stuff, and then it lets you figure stuff out for your own. Nope. See you later, boy. See ya, skater boy. All of that just to get an armor key. Oh, the many places you will take me. Armor key. This pretty much allows us to go throughout most of the rest of the mansion. Most of it. Because how many doors does it unlock? So on the first floor, it should unlock none of the kitchen doors, but it should unlock the painting room door, the one with the puzzle in it, the more complex puzzle. It should unlock the hallway over on the left side, left middle hallway. Should unlock the piano room, and then should unlock some stuff on the right up here. Yeah, a lot of stuff on the right up here. And then a little bit of stuff on the left up here, I think. Maybe. No. Nothing on the left up there. But a lot of stuff on the right on the second floor. And now we are much more freer than we used to be. I'm just gonna try to run past this guy. Yeah. Thank goodness. There be crows. Guess they came in through the windows. I forget if crows were in the original game, but here they are, and you can shoot them too. I think they were. They were in that painting puzzle room. Don't get up on me. So anything over here? I don't think so. But over here you have that cabinet to move. And here you only have one piece of sheet music. You need 2 pieces in this version. So might as well leave that for later. Gotta go find the other piece. I suppose we can get this jewel now. For when we go up there. Blue gemstone. I thought that was a zombie, but... hold on. It makes a different noise when you're walking on the statue. The little crumbled bits of statue. That's such a nice detail. I never noticed that before. I've been playing this game for like 10 years or something like that. And I just noticed that now. My goodness. All the little details. Oh yeah. So, a more awkward detail to note is that Jill has, let's say, physics. Physics applied to her character in the chest region. So whenever, and they're pretty basic physics too. It pretty much makes her chest move up and down, and then that's pretty much it. It just goes up and down, which is not very realistic, but they for some reason thought that they should put that in the game. So because they put it in, I'm noting it. Don't get up on me. But you zombie. I would like to defeat you quickly. That was not very quick, and that did not go the way I intended it. So Poopy. Poopy Scoopy. Should I get the acid shells? I have plenty of room. So I'm gonna get the acid shells. And if I lack room later, then I will make room later. And I should probably get the herbicide. Trying to make as few trips to the item box as possible. I have achieved a few things, so I suppose a save might be in order. I mean, might as well. But yeah, that Jill stuff is just odd, that they felt it necessary to put that in the game. Oh, notes. Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding those beings. They may appear to be dead, but in fact they are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are 2 known methods to cease their resurrection: incineration and destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. It's nice that they give you that note there, so that you'll know what to do in this version of the game. That might make me laugh every time, how fast that is. How fast that noise plays. Also, you can see her hand clipping through that item box there, because it's supposed to like lift from this side, the front of it, but if you go at the side to lift it, then it goes past the item box. Past the lip of the item box. Because she's trying to lift the lid up physically. And the animation just plays no matter how far away you are from the actual lid of the thing. So it's just funny. It's a funny little oversight. We're about to get a lot of herbs, or at least access to a lot of herbs. Little bitty stun pack. Zombies bursting in through the windows, or at least they will. Here's the plant room. But in this version of the game, there's a green pipe lever thing and a red pipe lever thing, and you have to see which one is the correct one, because whichever one you choose, that's where the herbicide will go. And you see the green one goes towards the herbs, and the red one goes towards the plant. So therefore, you want to choose the red one, so that the plant gets killed but not the herbs. Red. And thankfully it's the default option. Big deadly tentacle plant. Looks much better in this version. In the original it's just kind of a mesh of 2D objects thrown together. It's like one 2D object in the center around a bunch of 3D objects. We have our first mask. Once you gain these, you can pretty much just take them straight to the thing out back, the crypt. And then place them where they go. This seems to be the eyeless one. Oh no, zombies! Ah! How creepy! Ooh. But yeah, here's that lion room. It still has the lion in it. They did not change that. And you still put the things in it. Tiger with yellow and blue eyes. A tiger glowing with blue and yellow eyes. That's not what the inscription actually says. It just says tiger with yellow and blue eyes. Or rather, it says light. A tiger glowing with blue and yellow light, but in the actual inscription, you can read it on screen. Tiger with yellow and blue eyes. Why are they two different things? You silly Billy. But yeah, this is where you got the, I believe, Magnum in the original, but this is not where you get the Magnum in this version. So those are some big changes. But you do get something good still from here. I believe it's an MO disc. One of those things that lets you help out Chris at the end. Zombie, yes, zombie. Yeah! Manly excitement. So this room, there's 2 of these zombie guys. Oh look, ammo. That's nice. I'll take ammo. And then there's that zombie in there. Oh, swimwear girls. Yeah, I guess these guys would be lonely on this, in this mansion, this huge mansion. Keeper's Diary. Played poker May 9th, 1989. It's still the same year as in the original, which I find interesting. Played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security and Steve from research. Steve Burnside from research. Oh! No. Let's not get Steve into this. But anyway, Steve was the big winner. But I think he was cheating, scumbag. May 10th. One of the higher-ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Must be the hunters. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. When I threw it a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before it actually started eating. May 11th. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up, scared the poo-poo out of me, too. Out me, not out of me, out me. Still have those spelling errors, thank goodness. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there had been an accident in the basement lab. I guess that's technically correct, but it just seems wrong a little bit. I just knew something like this would happen. Those people in research never sleep, even on holiday. May 12th. I've been wearing the spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The dogs have been looking at me funny, so I decided not to feed them today. Screw 'em. Looking at you funny, or is that just your mental mind being mental on you? May 13th. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. May 14th. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them in the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. So maybe the reason why the dogs are so aggressive is because they have an empty stomach. May 16th. Rumors going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy, and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm, and a piece of rotten flesh just dropped off. What's happening to me? May 19th. Fever gone, but itchy. Today hungry and eat doggy food. May 21st. Itchy. Scott became ugly faced, so killed him. Tasty. for itchy tasty. That's still very effective. I'm glad that they kept that one in, just as is. Oh, his arm came off. His bloody arm's off. I guess I should get this because I've already caused so much damage to him. And then take that out. Come over here, come over here. Nope. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. And then put that in there. And then, little bitty protective item. But yeah, this room is pretty much just good for the memories of the original. Which I'd say that's worth a whole lot. And in Chris's campaign, you get a key in there. So it's worth at least that much. It's worth a whole key. But now we don't have to go in that plant room anymore. However, there is valuable healing items in there. Or rather, there are healing items in there. If I want to use corrected grammar. So what do I have now? I have all this stuff. Gotta put some of it up. But first I'm gonna get the grenade launcher. Don't go out the front door, because in this version, in the original just a CGI plays, where the dogs attack you. And then Jill closes the door, but in this version the dogs come into the front hall, and you actually have to fight them off. So don't fight more enemies than you have to. So it should be the statue without the eyes, I believe, so that's the first one. Yeah! Blood comes out of the coffin. I believe one of the chains was removed too. Who knows how they got that coffin up there or why. But pretty much all of it is just like we're trying to hide that there's a facility on these grounds where we're doing our secret evil experiments. But then if one person comes around and finds all the right keys, then everything falls apart. So now we have some more room for the grenade launcher over here. Should be about 3 more doors we can use that key on. Table has nothing on it, it appears. Table made of glass. So in other game modes, or on easier game modes, there's more ammo to be found here and there. Forrest has given up the ghost. It looks like he's been dead for a while. Poor Forrest. But anyway, knife. I can knife more things. At least one more thing than I could have knifed before. Grenade launcher. Should have blast rounds in it. Grenades are already loaded, but what kind? Yeah. Has blast rounds, which are plenty good for now. You want to use acid rounds on the hunters later. But look, there's more healing over here. But oh no! Could it be? Forrest has gotten up? Oh no! And there goes Forrest, forever. But yeah, if you need to heal more, there's some heals. There's plenty of heals all over, so don't be too scared of using them. Especially on your first playthrough. However, don't just use them willy-nilly either. Make sure you're taking a little bit of caution of where you're going and what you're doing. I always do the snake quest last, so I'm just gonna make sure that door is unlocked, then head this way. Ho ho ho, knights! So in this version you don't just put boxes over gas pits, you move these knights into the correct position. Which is just backwards. But look, one knight affects another knight. So it's more of a puzzle, technically. So that moves those. Which ones does this move? Moves those. Stinker. So now the question is, how do I move that one back? Do I move this one to move that one? I think that's how it worked. Yeah. Then you just move this one, because that moves none of them. Or not. But this one moves both of them. So that should work. Yeah. Ta-da! Woe to those who disturb my sleep. Actual text is unreadable. There's a switch here. Press it. Yes. There is clearly a button in the middle of that thing. The knights are appeased. A mysterious box. Take the jewelry box. So, there's a design of a sun and the moon. On the plate it says, "Sunshine will awaken me." So, you can push the moon parts on these sides or the sun parts on the front and back. So sunshine opens the box. A little bitty puzzle. Then you have the mask without eyes, nose, or mouth. Now I'm thinking about where to go. I think I can unlock this door up here. Uh-oh. Get away just in time. Now there's more healing items in the right room, or rather the left room. Well, it's on Jill's right, so is it the right room or the left room? But anyway, there's more healing items in this room. Like in that box there's a healing item. But over here, I think over here, not there. Ink ribbons, always nice to have. Then on the ground here, another healing item. So you're really, if you're looking in the right places, you have plenty of healing items. In that box, you can find a full heal. Lockpick. Who's in here? Who could it be? Ow.
Jill.
Barry, I didn't mean to get you that excited.
Right. Anyway, you should read this.
Researcher's will. A letter is slipped inside. The top part of the letter is torn off. The rest of the letter is legible. Not illegible, but legible. Alma. I have tried to survive only to see you again, but my efforts only delayed the inevitable. I am infected, and there is no cure for what will follow, except to end my life before I lose the only thing that separates me from them. Them being the zombies, I suppose. And being his humanity, probably. Wants to keep his humanity. My love for you. Oh. Well, if I had only read the next line. In an hour, all have entered my eternal sleep, where there is peace. Please understand. Please know that I'm sorry. Martin Crackhorn.
What do you make of it?
Well, I guess we were right about this mansion being quite unnatural.
We have a way with understatements.
Where's the part that's torn off?
Well, my only guess is that it was the most important part, and somebody didn't want anyone to see it. Let's continue our investigation.
I see. It couldn't possibly be that Barry tore it off just before we came in here. But yeah, there's the nice little fish tank over there, but the puzzle has changed. Instead, we need to grab that hook. That golden hook, and that golden thing in that thing. And this little thing over here. We need to grab the golden bug and the hook and the other bug. However, we don't have that inventory space as of right now. So I'm gonna go get more inventory space. Yeah! Not dead. Not dead. That was not necessary of me. And I don't have more shotgun ammo. Yay! But thankfully I have 12 shells to destroy people with. What's this note? I left you some bullets in the room on the right. Feel free to use them if you manage to get yourself in trouble. Barry. Thank you, Barry, for being kind. Now we should not need the handgun anymore. What kind is that? Flame rounds. Nice. And some healing, an instant heal from bottom to top. Handgun, hand gone, more like. Ha! And then that can go in there. And then we can save. That is crazy just how fast that goes. But anyway, we actually will need the lighter for one of the rooms coming up. So might as well take it with us. Just to minimize how often we come back to these item box rooms. Should be fine to go through here at this point. Oh. Yay, discarding the key. I think I have it set to where that automatically uses a defensive item instead of being where I use it on my own command. But you can at least set it differently. So this time around, this painting puzzle is a stained glass puzzle. And it's more to do with the colors here. So you have like green and purple and yellow-ish. And if you get it wrong, then the crows come to pick out your eyes. So you just have to push the right button to make the things look correct. So what did that say exactly? A picture of a valiant, not valiant knight, just a valiant, wearing a bracelet. And the bracelet on her is not that color. So the necklace is purple. Of a sage wearing a necklace. Stained red. There you go, purple. And then the crown should be greenish. Saint wearing a crown. That should be better. Now do I have to push this side of you? What does that turn it into? More red color, or orange. Orange is more red than yellow is. So is that closer to what that is? Maybe. Maybe. It also just looks plain yellow. But we'll see if that works, and if it doesn't, then we'll do... Oh! There it goes. I pressed the buttons correctly. Use that lockpick. Thank goodness there's a shortcut here. I think this was here in the original too, I think. It might not have been. Actually, I don't think that this backyard section was here in the original, so that shortcut wouldn't have been, probably. I'd have to play the original again to figure it all out. But anyway, put those masks here. Oh, my bloody screen. So the other one is without a mouth. And I must scream. I have no mouth and I must scream. I don't know what that one moved because it didn't remove a chain. Maybe it should have removed a chain. Who knows? I think I'm gonna try to get to the guardhouse. That should be a good place to leave off. Where am I going? I'm going... If I look at my map, I don't have that key anymore, so there's no more doors to unlock. It should just be up here where I'm going to. The snake room, or rather just outside the snake room. Because we have to get the shield key for first. Yeah. And we have to save Richard. As always. Who gets a much more memorable death in this version of the game.
Richard!
That is, if you save him.
What happened? You're wounded.
This whole place is a killing zone. There are monsters.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it had to be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
I know where anti-poison is.
Serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Jill. The strongest of women in the whole series, probably. But yeah, just like in the original, it shows you where to go. Little picture there. Very nice. I wonder why they never brought back Jill beyond Resident Evil 3. Because she was right there in the original game, and a lot of people probably played her. And they gave her one other whole game, so why not just give her another game? Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. And that's it for the shotgun, so I've got to have a gun that actually works. We'll get more shotgun ammo shortly. But for now we can just be a bit overpowered. Hello, sir. Your day is over. How are you not dead? How are you not dead? That should have killed you entirely. Thankfully, there are very few zombies on the way to the cure. Might as well take some flame rounds. Flame rounds might actually help kill the zombie permanently. So I'm gonna see if my theory is correct. I'm pretty sure this is the fastest possible route to get back to Richard. And again, if you don't get back to him in time, he dies. Just like in the original. So get your Pegasus boots on. I'm holding that direction. I'm running. I'm holding the running direction. Don't die on me, Richardson. Or I'll have to kill you.
Here, Richard. I'm gonna give you a shot. Hang in there.
Jill, here's my radio. Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
Shots always stink. But yeah, now we have the radio, just like in the original. I like that detail that he's over there. You can see him over there. Just resting. So, it's actually kind of a good thing that the shotgun fully ran out. Yeah, fire! Die forever. Yeah, he is dead forever. And hopefully that means that the corpse was burnt. But now we're in this dark, dark area. Deep, dark area. Deep, dark, dark, dark. Light up the area, get some ammo. Handgun ammo is always appreciated. Maybe not used all the time, but always appreciated. Yeah, burn. You'll burn for this. You'll burn for this. Musical score. Ta-da! And now we can use the music. The hills are alive with the sound of music. And that also means we can use the armor thing, the shield thing. But first let's deal with some inventory stuff. So flame rounds are good for regular zombies. Acid rounds are good for hunters. And explosive rounds are just good in general, I suppose. Maybe bosses. I'm gonna put the shotgun up. And maybe take out the pistol. I'm also gonna put up the lighter. Not gonna need that again. And lighter, we won't need. And acid shells we can put in there. And handgun. And might as well take out that other magazine, and might as well save while we're at it. Might as well. We have plenty of saves. And now we can solve this. We can solve this other puzzle over here. Because now we have 3 slots. We really just need 2 if we think smartly. But if you're not a smart thinker, then you'll need 3 slots. I love this music. When it does occur, at least. Because not in every room. Only get the music every now and then. Take bug. Bee specimen. There's a slot to fill with all the lures. Fish hook. Various types of fish hooks. Lure of a bee. Bee lure, you could say. A collection of insect specimens. There's a switch underneath. Don't push it yet because the puzzle isn't solved. No. And then you combine these. Because gold goes with gold, don't you know? And then use that there. And now it's solved. No. Don't take it. Now we push the button. Oh no, there's a bee! The bee is real! Wind crest. It's like the crests in the original game. Aha! But in this one, there's only one. As far as I know. There's an icon depicting wind. You could say it's the crest of wind, or the wind crest. Ho ho! But yeah, now we're going back to that dining hall from much, much earlier. From the beginning, you could say. Gotta get the shield. It's interesting the little ways that they mix the game up to make it different from the original, make it its own thing, but also the ways that it makes it like the original. It's like, what do we change? What do we not change? What is necessary and what is not necessary? Does this pot have anything to say? A large, filth-encrusted jar. I suppose it does have something to say. Emblem. What kind of emblem? It's galled all around the outer edges due to frequent fitting. So people were using these secret tunnels all the time, it seems. Secret passageways. Oh, it appears that someone pushed the shelf back over. How rude of them. It was probably a game designer. But yeah, now we can read the music. Or rather, the Moonlight Sonata. Ta-da! I like how Jill just knows how to use a piano. She's classically trained, you see. Gold emblem, even better than the regular emblem. And then use the old emblem for old people. What's this here? Trevor's diary. November 24th, 1967. I think that Trevor was from Code Veronica, but he might have also been in the original. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember all these things. 11 days have passed since arriving on this estate. How did I end up like this? A guy in a lab coat brought me a meager plate of food and said, "Sorry to put you through this, but it's for security reasons." That's when it hit me. It all makes sense now. There are only two people that know the secret of this mansion, Sir Spencer and myself. If they kill me, Sir Spencer will be the only person that knows the secret. But for what purpose? It doesn't matter now. It's too dangerous here. My family. I hope they are all right. I've decided to escape. Jessica, Lisa, I pray you are safe. November 26th. How could I be so careless? I lost my favorite lighter, the one Jessica gave me for my birthday. Now it's going to be that much harder to escape this dark place. November 13th, the date when my fate was sealed. My aunt was hospitalized just 3 days before that. Jessica and Lisa said that they were going to visit her. I wish I could be there with them. But wait. Even as I'm writing, my memory is coming back to me more vividly. Just before I passed out, I remember the men in the lab coat said something like, "Most likely your family is already..." I pray for their safety. November 27th. Somehow I managed to get out of that room, but getting out of this mansion won't be as easy. I have to get past all the booby traps, tiger eyes, gold emblem. I have to try and remember for my own sake. Poor Trevor, doomed by the mansion, and how complex it is. Probably never made it out of here. There's an indentation. Yes, use the thing. All of that just to open up the gears of this clock. In the original, the clock moved. So see here, there's a painting. Two knights striking each other. The short sword has been thrust into the breast of one knight, while the long sword has pierced the head of the other. So long go into head, and short go into chest. But they trick you. You see, the large gear is for the small hand, And the small gear is for the large hand. Yeah. Turn it once more, and that should be plenty good. Ta-da! And now we have the shield key, if we look at it. Which means we can fight the big snake. Which I am fairly confident in my ability to do so with the ammo that I have. Should go down pretty easily. I don't have any heals, but there are plenty of heals all around. And I know where to get more of them. Where to get the poison dealt with too. Stick around, Richard. I'll need you shortly. And this shield key, it only has one use in the whole game, so you can discard it very quickly. There should be some shotgun shells over here, I think. No. I guess not. It's a big snake! And there's 2 cutscenes, but why? That's why.
Payback time.
Yeah! Coolest guy around. How? Poisoned, of course I am. Went down in 2, nice. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks.
Richard! Coolest guy around. Absolute coolest guy around.
Richard!
And that's what he gets for it. For being a cool guy. Now, will Barry help me if I'm poisoned? That's the question. There's the death mask. Now, is that... yeah, that's enough. Thank goodness. So, is there any ammo over here? Any shotgun ammo? No. Well, that's poopy. That's even duty. Because look, we have a new shotgun. And in fact, it is the better shotgun. The assault shotgun. It holds 10 rounds. And it looks like I've got to go get my poison dealt with. But yeah, Richard is a real cool guy in this version of the game.
Oh, am I poisoned? I need serum.
I like how loopy she sounds. Now, do I have to get the serum or will Barry? I guess I've got to go do it. And yeah, we know where it is. Might as well get a heal while I'm on my way. We won't be back in this area. So don't worry about them zombies. I'm pretty sure that poison takes a bit to actually kill you. But just in case, I'm gonna use a heal right here. Right before I get in the door. just to make sure that my health is not at 0. Like the temperature of absolute 0. Now you're gonna get up, aren't you? You're not, thank goodness. Yes, serum. Take the serum. Fine. Oh. But yeah, now we have all this stuff. That I can put in there. That I can put up. That I can put up. And then you go there. And I can save because of that big boss fight we've just done. And then the next save should be at the guardhouse. Save successful. There shouldn't be a need to put up the ink ribbons just yet. I wonder which way is faster. Well, whatever, I'm going this way now. This version of the game makes me wonder what an actual mansion of like this would look like. I would want to recreate this mansion in real life. I'm that level of crazy, but you know, except I wouldn't put in all of the weird experiments. Weird zombie experiments. I would leave that out of my mansion. My Resident Evil Remake mansion. What could possibly be down here? Who on earth knows? It couldn't be me. I couldn't possibly know. Here you go, little face man. What? What do you mean? Have to stand in the exact right position. Oh no, a big coffin. What could be in the big coffin? There was some shotgun shells next to it. I'm glad that they actually put you at some distance between yourself and the mini-boss before it gives you the mini-boss. Okay, that's enough of that. Dead. Yes, drop a dead. And thankfully they give you some more ammo, because if you remember, that ammo was not there before. It spawns in with the boss. There's a switch. Where's the switch? I have no idea where the switch is supposed to be. It's probably not even rendered. But anyway, there's something else here. A stone and metal object. An emblem is carved on the octagonal object. Stone and metal. Oh look, there's a different picture on the back. Nothing unusual. This whole thing is unusual. What are you talking about, Jillentine? But anyway, it's time to leave the mansion. But it's not quite time to go to the guardhouse yet. There is one little stop on the way. I should not have gone in this door. This is not the right room. This is not the right room. If you remember that game. It's Sonic Adventure, that's the game. don't remember it. Just let me tell you which one it was. But yeah, this way should be faster. If you get this puzzle wrong, the crows do still peck you to death. Which is quite rude. In my book. My little bitty book. That guy's a Crimson Head. I saw him laying there all menacingly. Could it be a dog? Get off of me, you canine. Yeah, I know you're alive. I believe this shotgun deals more damage than the other one. But yeah, you use this here instead of the crest. The crest in this version is more of a bonus thing. It tickles your I remember that gene. There is no thing in here to step up upon. However, we cannot go through that door yet. That is the way to the normal way to go. But, oh, item. Gotta get the item. But first there's this new side path that we have to go down first to get the crank. You can kind of see the mansion over there. Some sort of hallway. Oh, that's the hallway that we just went down. That's why it has the windows being all weird. Valley of Destruction north, Cave of Hatred south, Summit of Madness east, and Path of Revenge west. It seems to be some kind of signpost. Each direction is accompanied by a corresponding destination. North, Valley of Destruction, south, Cave of Hatred, east, Summit of Madness, west, Path of Revenge. We should get a call around here. So you're supposed to stop this at certain points. I believe you're supposed to make the dogs face away from the gate. That's not correct. So it should be west. That's not correct either. Gotta look before I leap. There you go. Ta-da. Now it shows you its butt.
Barry?
Monster! Chains! Gun! Ineffective! It's it! Stay away! Forest outside mansion! Stay! Hey!
But that's where I am now. Oh no! I like the little detail of the water just rolling on down this hill. Something so nice about how this game looks and feels. Is that correct? No. Must face north, I suppose. Ta-da! And I suppose if you want to know the actual puzzle, I'll read the puzzle on the side of the door. If I... oh, okay. I guess I can't read it anymore. But anyway, there's crows over here. Crows who hate you. But here's where you put the wind crest. And then you get the other 3 crests just right there. Get off of me, you stinking crow. But yeah, you take all the crests. Just mash that take button. And then you examine all of them, look at the back. This takes a really long time. But trust me, it's worth it for what you get out of it. You get equals, plus, and minus. Or rather, not minus. That's not minus. That's minus times 3. But yeah, you just use all of them just right here before the crows can get at you. And then what could you possibly get for all this effort? All this stinking waiting? Oh look! It's the Magnum! It's the most worth it thing possible! The most powerful gun in the game! The Silver Serpent. And then you just run away from the crows, because it's not worth fighting them. If you had the pistol, maybe. But I don't have the pistol on me. Oh no. Chains and growling. What could it ever mean? Could it mean a meanie? Big open area. With the cabin, a whole cabin over here. Would you want to live in this evil cabin, on this evil residency of evil? What's the evil cabin got going for it? Oh look, a map. A map that they just give you. Which is fine, every now and then it's fine. But not every map should be just one that they just hand out to you. But look at that. Just a little bitty cabin. Map of the courtyard. And a little save spot. In case you haven't saved in a while. Item box. Who knows why this is a whole save room in here? Who could possibly know? I suppose we can put up the Magnum. Anything else to put up? I don't think so. Crank will be useful. Just like in the original game, it will be useful exactly twice. A family picture. There's a journal left by someone. 19. Daddy attached first. Mommy attached second. Or rather, sconned. Inside, red and slimy. White and hard. Not true, Mom. Where? Don't know. Dad. Found Mom again. When attached Mummy, she moved no more. She's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. When attached Mommy. So she attached her mother onto herself. But mother is screaming. Mom, where? I miss you. Maybe you should look on top of yourself. For your mother. Ah, oh no, that did not connected with me. So yeah, this, as they warned you, this monster is not able to be taken down. She is invincible. And she wears the face of her mother. So you just run away. Just don't worry about it and run away. And when we can, we heal. How much damage? Caution. And we never ever come back here until much later in the game. You stinker. You stinker. Why did your head not explode? But yeah, that was the little girl who wrote the memo. And later we will see more about her backstory. And who knows, maybe Mommy was screaming because her little girl was a monster person. Which I believe that would make any mother scream. But maybe this time it was a wrong time to scream. Maybe you should have helped her a little bit. Because of how young she was. Like she cannot even write correctly. Come on now, you know what I want. Give me that healin'. There should be some dogs over here, but first a radio chatter.
This is Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me? Shit, it's broken.
She swears in this one with harsher words. Ooh. Okay. I hate you dogs. I hate you. But just these dogs, not real ones. Get off of me. Get off of me already. Get off, get off, get off, get off. Why? Why did it attach to me so much? Am I in danger? I'm in caution. But that probably means I'm in danger. Now, much like in the original, you only have to use the crank twice. This crank at least. And also it gives you a CGI cutscene like in the original. However, unlike the original, the radio things are not able to be skipped in this version. I mean, you can skip cutscenes, but you cannot, like, ignore the radio. It always pops up with a radio cutscene. And all we hear is radio cutscene. Radio, what's new? Crows, crows, crows. Don't attack me, crow. But here's that place where you need the battery. So much foliage in this version. They really wanted to make each scene pop, you could say. Red herb, how nice of you. I will take this herbal and eat it. Ah, snaky. It's nice to see that they remade the snakes. Might as well remake every enemy, right? Because if you make a remake and you don't remake every enemy, then what's the point? Only blue herbs over here. But look, we're at the guardhouse, finally. Is there a herb in here that I can find? No. I guess I'll keep the red herb on me for a little bit. Until I can find another herbal in the next video. Acid shells, not yet. Handgun. Debatable, but I don't think so yet. And I think I can put this up right now. And that looks pretty good as far as everything I have there. And battery. And more ink ribbons. We have plenty of saves, plenty of them. But anyway, that will be it for now. After I do the super fast typewriting. But yeah, that'll be it for this time. Next time it's more Resident Evil as Jill, and of course I'll eventually do Chris as well, a whole Chris playthrough. But right now it's Jill. Farewell.